I didn't actually know that the council offered stuff like this.
Obviously the council were heavily involved in that.
What's the first thing they do? They call their local council.
The closer you are, the more we care.
Welcome to the Flinders Ranges Council. Over 300 kilometres from Adelaide, our 1,800 residents live and work in the world-famous Flinders Ranges. Up here, one of our most abundant natural resources is sunlight, so it makes sense to use it wherever we can. We've had a bit of an objective in our strategic management plan for a while to develop some public solar lighting for areas in our community and to show some leadership in renewable energy use for our communities, given that we live in a fairly pretty but fairly fragile environment. So an opportunity was seen to aggregate the projects of a few of our neighbouring councils with ours to submit an RDAF grant, and we were successful in that process. The idea was to provide some solar power infrastructure to a number of council buildings and public buildings operated by council, because we have had some unreliable power supply issues in the past, and to provide some solar lighting for public areas in our communities.
The council here is actually fairly focused on minimising its carbon footprint and actually pulled together a project with some adjoining councils, but the council here took the lead role, and the project ended up being called Energising the Flinders. So we actually ended up with somewhere in the vicinity of 100 solar lights being established at Quorn, Orroroo, Carrieton, Hawker. The intent of it all is to not only provide safer environments at night, but also to open up some of these spaces for use at night.
This is the base of our solar light poles, street light poles, and basically all it is just an ordinary deep cycle battery, and the sun shines on the panel up the top. It sits here all day charging the battery, and then at night time there's a photovoltaic cell turns the panels off basically and tells it to turn on the light, and that shines all night until the sun comes up the next day and it's turned off and starts all over again. The footpath here behind us goes round to North Quorn, and there's a bridge to get across the creek when it's running water. And apart from these solar lights, there's no way we get street lighting around there because we just can't get machinery in as well to put the poles in and everything. So this was a great solution to that problem.
Walking trails between community sports facilities and public areas, along public areas, and lighting of parks, those sorts of things have made it more appropriate and easier for people to be out and about and more active, because we've got some really nice evenings here. But once it gets dark during summer, people obviously are less inclined to be out and about. It just makes it a bit easier for people to feel comfortable about being out, active around the community. Yeah, I think it's worked very well. It demonstrated that, you know, we can work fairly well collaboratively with those other councils, and that there are opportunities for us in that area. It's been a really successful project for our community.
For career opportunities with your local council, visit careersincouncil.sa.gov.au. Councils get close to the things that matter to you.